The full moon is such a magical time, a time to connect, to celebrate, to rejoice, to count your blessings and take stock of your achievements. It's also a time to release, to let go of what no longer serves you, and to make space for even more magic to enter your life. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my entire journaling process of how I've created this spread for the full moon in this month. So as we begin, I've just pulled out a few of my printables. I've got my beautiful journal bundle printable here. I'm just cutting out a few of the stickers. I've got lots of the crystal stickers, and I'm using some of these words here: full moon, gratitude, feelings and emotions, and energy. And as you can see, this printable also has some numbered cards. So I'm going to cut these out and create some sort of tarot card spread on the page. So when I started this spread, I didn't really have any ideas for how I wanted it to look overall. I was thinking that I'd love to add in some black somehow to really emphasize this full moon idea and the night sky. And I also love this envelope as well, and having some sort of secret message that I can tuck away inside the envelope. But that was really the starting point. So from there, you're going to see my entire process of how I think about the layout, what I do and don't include, and how it progresses. So I've already then cut out a little card that fits inside my envelope, ready to fill out later. I've decided the envelope needs to sit there in the centre, so I've stuck that down with my glue stick, and I'm also sticking down all the little card templates ready to create a spread. I've not even designed my spread yet. I'm just sticking things down very intuitively, how I feel they look on the page. I'm also thinking about the sections, so there's this bottom section underneath my envelope where it says feelings and emotions, and that's something I really want to capture in this full moon. I want to really write down how I'm feeling at this precise moment, so I've left a little space for that. You can see at the top I've got another space there for writing, and I've got a blue crystal that I can put a heading in there. So we've already got a few little sections where we can do some journaling. I'm now just playing around with different stickers and trying to find where they're all going to fit. I'm still processing what I'm going to put in the envelope. I've not decided yet. Maybe it will be a little gratitude journal. I'm not sure. But I'm just adding in a bit of colour now, and I've used this sort of ochre-y yellow colour to try and match the envelope and bring those two colours together and sort of tie the page together as one. But it does look quite bright, so I'm also adding in a little bit of this deep green, almost olivey type colour as well around the edge. So I've let that dry, and I'm just playing around with more stickers again, just trying to feel for how it's going to look when it's finished. So I've decided I'm going to have a little energy reading section at the bottom here underneath my card spread. So I've added in energy on this crystal, and I'm just going to stick this sticker in. I've also decided the top section is going to be the gratitude section, and then I still need to decide what I'm going to add on my little letter that I'm going to put inside my envelope. So I'm just playing around still and feeling as I go, and I'm still evaluating. I'm really not sure about this yellow ochre colour all around the edges. For some reason it feels really bright and vibrant. It almost doesn't feel quite right on the page, but I'm not really sure what to do about that just yet. Maybe I'll change it a bit later on. So here I'm just adding in some stickers to both the flap and the main section of the envelope. And of course I had to add in a full moon. So I've got my full moon sticker here. Again, I've printed all of these out on my computer, and I use A4 inkjet sticker paper that's for my printer, so it makes it really easy to print things out, cut them up, and then stick them in wherever I like. So I'm just about finished with the envelope. And I really love how these stickers just add extra colour to the spread as well. And I'm trying to be mindful of the colours I'm using. So I've got sort of a greeny, bluey theme going on with all the crystals there as well. And of course I've added in some of my little black and white crystals and feathers because I just love those motifs. So I've glued down all of my headings now, and it's time to add in a little bit more detail. But first things first, I'm just going to take out this card and have a little play around with what I'm going to create on this. So I've decided I'm going to do 3 cards, and each one of these can have its own special hidden message on the back. So I'm creating almost like a fun, colourful title page on one side, and then I'm going to stick writing paper on the back side so that I can write there. So the first card is going to be manifesting, so I can write a letter to the universe about the things I'm currently manifesting or I wish to manifest. I'm also writing my full moon reading here on this paper because I've realised with a 5 card spread I'm not going to have enough room on the page to write all the messages that come through. And the last one is going to be a little letter of release. So the things that I'm ready to release, things I'm ready to let go of, maybe it's negative thoughts or bad habits or just making space in my life for new exciting things. And again, I'm just using stickers here. So I'm playing around with how they look, seeing what compositions look really pretty, and just having a feel for how it's going to look overall before I stick them all in. I'm also really pleased that I used the black card because it really links together with the main page, but it also really makes these stickers pop. The colour looks really nice on the page, and I love having the white titles with the writings on as well. So here's just our last card, and again I'm doing it in a similar theme, just pulling out all these stickers and playing around with how they're going to fit. I realise this is a full moon reading, but I've already used my full moon sticker, so I'm just going to use another moon sticker that I've got in my little box, and then just add in a few feathers and crystals and blend them all together and see how it looks. So it's time to stick these all down now that I'm happy with the layout, and then it can start to feel a little bit more finished. Last thing though, we just need to add our writing paper on the back, and I've just simply cut up a large piece of writing paper, nothing fancy, and I'm just folding it up so that it will fit to the same size as the card, and then gluing it onto the back of the cards we've just made. So I'm doing this for all 3 of our cards, and then all of them become like a secret message or a secret little letter either to myself or to the universe that will then fit inside our envelopes. So I'm really pleased with how these turned out, and as you can see it gives me a lot more space to write on without taking up too much of the space right here on the spread. So again I'm coming back to this yellow ochre and I'm still not happy with it, so I've drawn in some lines and I'm just going to add in a few more details, some little doodles of leaves and things, just to add up the space, fill out the space, and then see how I feel. I've also added in the numbers 1 to 5 down the side for my card spread, and I've decided what I'm going to be doing for that. I'm going to use a similar spread that I use every full moon, and again it's going to relate back to releasing, which we already talked about, and celebrating, so we'll go into that in a bit. As you can see, I've decided that the yellow ochre needs to change a bit, so I added in a more of a greeny colour using my watercolour crayons, and just changed it to a bit of a more earthy, greeny theme. So this full moon is actually a wolf moon, so I've decided to print out some pictures that I found online and add in some wolf images, and again they are kind of this bluey colour which ties in really well with my crystals that I've already stuck in. So it's a nice colour theme, and obviously it goes well with the green as well. So then it's starting to really come together now, and I'm just going to fill out each of these card spread questions. So I just give myself a little prompt. So card 1 is the current energy reading, card 2 is what I'm ready to release, card 3 is what I'm currently manifesting, card 4 is the old stories that I'm ready to let go of, and then card number 5 is the current lessons that I'm learning or things I'm going through. So I'm just using my white acrylic pen, my Posca pen, and just adding in Wolf Moon at the top, and then a little bit about the energy that's happening right now here at the bottom. And then this side of the page is almost finished. I do love the idea though of this black, so I've decided to add a tiny little black border all the way around, and it just helps to pull the whole page together because I've got this lovely black section right through the middle. So just using some ink and a paintbrush, I'm just going around the edges carefully so that I don't make too much of a mess, and I'm adding in some washi tape down the centre, which I love this washi tape, it's got gold moons and stars on it. So now it's time to actually fill everything out, so I'm just adding in my gratitude journaling, and then at the bottom writing about my feelings and emotions at the moment, things I'm actually working through and processing, just to remind myself later of the energy that I was going through. And just adding some more gold details to the border. And then the last thing I need to do once I've finished all of this is actually do my journaling on the backs of my little cards. So here they are, I've pulled them out, and then one by one I'm just going to go through and write some of my private thoughts, things that I'm working through. So here, look, thoughts and feelings that I'm ready to release, and so just fill out my little pages, and I'm just free writing with this as well. I'm not overthinking it, it's not got to be perfect, it's literally a little message between me and the universe, or me and my heart. And then there we are, it's pretty much finished. So now I can just pop the cards into their envelope where they're safe, and we've got our finished full moon journal spread. So I really hope that you've enjoyed journaling with me today, and I hope it's inspired you to create your own journal spread for the full moon. So however you decide to celebrate, I hope that you are taking note of the things that you are celebrating in your life and the things you're ready to release. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Make sure to like and subscribe.